Hi, I'm Ben Secret, and today we're going to be doing some localized color correction. So it's quite common when working on an image, especially if we've applied any color filters, that we'll find certain regions where the colors just seem a bit off. So in this image I've just added some blues to the shadows, and you can see around the torso that's just pushed some skin regions into this kind of dull grey. The hair's also quite dark, so we've got a bit too much blue going on in there. And we've also got quite a faded look on the jeans, where we've desaturated the image. So the first thing I'm going to do is select that region of the body, and I'm going to do that with the lasso tool with a feather set to about 15 pixels. So we don't need to be too precise with the selection, as the edges are going to blur a bit anyway. And now I'm just going to select a curves adjustment layer, and as you can see, if we alt click on the curves mask, we've already got that region neatly selected and the rest of the image masked out for us. And that means any changes we make to the curve are only going to affect that previously selected area. So now just going to the red channel, we're going to just bring the midpoint up a bit to add some warmth back to that area. And then we can go to the blue channel, and if we subtract blue we get yellow, so I'm just going to subtract a tiny bit of blue, and hopefully that should bring the skin tone more in line with the rest of the image. And next we can move on to the jeans, and again we can just do a rough selection, and we don't need to be too precise here, just as long as we distinguish the red of the jeans from the red of the skin. And that's because we're going to use a selective colour filter, and we're only going to affect the red channel. So here I'm just going to bring the black up until we get a bit more colour depth in those jeans. And we can see there still may be a bit too much blue around the hair, and some kind of cool shadows around the face. So for this I'm just going to add a curves layer, and now I'm just going to make a preset which warms the whole image. So again I'm going to add some red by taking the midpoint of the red curve up, and I'm also going to subtract a bit of blue again. And now I'm going to invert the mask on your curves layer just to hide the effect, and you can do it with Command I if you're on a Mac or Control I if you're on a PC. And I'm going to select a large white brush with a flow of about 20%. And now we can just lightly draw over any image areas we want to warm up. So the more I go over the hair, the warmer it's going to get. And likewise if you want to add any more warmth to the jeans and anywhere else.